The House will appreciate that no information may be disclosed when a police inquiry or an investigation by the Independent Commission Against Corruption is ongoing, as this may cause prejudice to the inquiry. Notwithstanding this, I wish to refer the Honourable Member on 5th of March 2015 by the former Prime Minister to a private notice question from Honourable Béranger, the then leader of the opposition. It is pertinent to remind the House of the following salient points of that reply of the former Prime Minister in regard to malpractices and irregularities in the allocation of contracts for the supply of goods to the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited. The malpractices and wrongdoings at the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited had been reported to the police in January 2013, but nothing had been done by the previous regime, which turned a blind eye to the malpractices. The then Prime Minister had removed the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited from the portfolio of the Ministry of Finance and brought it under his aegis. This government reviewed the activities of the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited and also the two major contracts which were signed with the foreign supplier Dufry AG. In the context of that review exercise, the following information provided by Mr. Goljaury: meetings were held with representatives of Dufry AG for them to disclose all documents to the government of Mauritius and to elucidate the structure and the mechanism for the payment of commissions to another company called Frydu. However, they could not provide same. Subsequently, Dufry Limited in Switzerland provided to government a number of documents which reveal the following. With regard to the contract between Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited and its supplier, Dufry Travel Retail AG, it had come to light that substantial commissions have been paid by Dufry in Switzerland to a company called Frydu, which has been set up in Switzerland as recipient of commissions of 4.2% of the net sales of the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited. Frydu was initially 50% owned by Nandani Soornack and D. Goljaury each. A Swiss bank account with VP Bank in Zurich was opened for Frydu to receive commissions on the supply contract with the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited as follows. On 24th of October 2012, 431,000 euros. On 2nd of May 2013, 211,351 euros. On 21st of October 2013, 464,179 euros. As at 21st of October 2013, commissions paid on the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited supply contract amounted to 1,106,530 euros. On the 12th of October 2013, Nandani Soornack and D. Goljaury transferred their shareholding in Frydu to a company incorporated in Cyprus called Wigham Holding Limited, which was apparently controlled and managed by an Irish national resident in the UK. A share purchase agreement dated 12th October 2013 was signed by Nandani Soornack and D. Goljaury to change the ownership structure of Frydu, apparently to accommodate one Laurent Obadia and Wigham Holdings Limited. Nevertheless, Frydu continued to receive commissions from Dufry Travel Retail AG in the Swiss bank account during the year 2014 as follows. On 6th of February 2014, an amount of 389,558 euros was paid to VP Bank in Zurich, but then Frydu's bank account was changed to another bank in Geneva called Union Bancaire Privée UBP SA, Rue du Rhône, Geneva. And on 16th of July 2014, commissions of 337,134 euros were received in the new bank account. On 16th of January 2015, a further amount of 296,466 euros, representing 4.2% of net sales of Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited, was paid to Frydu. And in total, Dufry had, as at that date, paid commissions of 2,129,688 euros to Frydu on the supply contract only with the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited. Madam Speaker, I am informed that the inquiries being conducted in this matter by the police and the Independent Commission Against Corruption are ongoing, inasmuch as this matter has international ramifications.
Madam Speaker, the Honourable Prime Minister just repeated verbatim what was said in this House 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. My question is very simple. 4.5 years ago, since March 2015, has it been established that the 2 million euro commission paid by Dufry to Frydu, was that illegal or was that not illegal? Very simple questions.
Well, I must say that there are a number of countries which are involved in this issue, and I understand that there have been mutual legal assistance that have been applied for, and that the matters are, of course, taking time, but information are being received, and therefore the inquiry is ongoing. And I don't see what is the problem with regard to the time taken in view of the fact that a number of evidence have to be gathered from a number of countries.
So the Honourable Prime Minister mentioned that Dufry consisted of two shareholders, Mrs. Soornack and Mr. Gooljaury. Mr. Gooljaury is in Mauritius. I know from the Honourable Prime Minister whether Mr. Gooljaury has been investigated, has been questioned, has been arrested, has been prosecuted, or is it he's above the law and can't be touched?
Well, from what I understand, I am informed that statements have been taken from Mr. Gooljaury.
But then, Mr. Gooljaury in Mauritius, if he has not been arrested, it means that there is no prima facie case that Dufry has received commission. Otherwise, I would have expected Mr. Gooljaury to be behind bars by now, shouldn't I?
Speaker, I don't understand the Honourable Member's attitude with regard to this question. As I said, I have given a number of evidence that was already before the House. I have stated that there are bank accounts in Switzerland. There are people involved in other countries also. There is mutual legal assistance with regard to authorities of those countries. I don't want to mention the countries which are involved because it would not be proper. But I must say that there are a number of countries. That is why it is taking time. And of course, when the inquiry will be completed, the file will be sent to DPP for DPP to take action.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Can the Honourable Prime Minister enlighten the House? Under whose ministerial portfolio was the Mauritius duty-free paradise when the contract for the supply of products was agreed with Dufry, and when the case involving Nandini Soornack with the Mauritius duty-free paradise was first reported to the police?
Well, let me say that I can personally testify to the fact that when I was Minister of Finance, the Mauritius duty-free paradise fell under my portfolio at that time. I don't want to go into the details of what happened, because I have myself given a statement to the police, not directly with this case, but in regard to the MITD case, where I had mentioned what had happened, where the former Prime Minister had asked me to cancel the contract of the MDFP, of the supplier, and to give it to Dufry. That, it is only my statement. I don't want to take the time of the House. But let me say that as soon as we left government, and I hope that the Honourable Minister, the Leader of the Opposition, can testify himself, because he was nominated Minister of Finance after that, and that institution was removed from the portfolio of Finance to be under the aegis of the Prime Minister. And this is how ils ont fait le bal après.
Thank you, Madam the Speaker. There's one thing that I don't understand. If whatever the Prime Minister is saying about the commission, the contracts, etc., are illegal, and one of the main person involved in this whole scandal is Mr. Soornack-Gooljaury, then why is it that the Prime Minister has been seen during the Jeu des Îles together with the said Soornack-Gooljaury, roaming around?
Well, Speaker, I am not carrying out the inquiry. I am being provided with information and I'm answering to the questions. I cannot say why is it that X and Y has not been arrested so far. What I know is that the inquiry is ongoing because I have been informed of certain procedures that have already started with regard to gathering information and gathering evidence from other countries. There are numerous countries involved in this issue. And an honourable member should, I hope, he must be aware that former Prime Minister has a number of his friends abroad. I don't want to say more than that, because the inquiry will reveal, in fact, who are the people who are involved in this case.
Next question.